Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 28 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with the problem number 2503. Maximum number of points from grid queries. Okay, so this problem is actually marked hard by LeetCode, but I'm going to make this problem easy for you. Okay, so don't worry. So let's read the problem statement first. You are given an m into n integer matrix grid, okay, and an array queries of size k. All right, so see this particular example number one. So we have one grid given to us, right? So in this grid we have elements like this. Okay, here 1, 2 and 3, then we have 2, 5 and 7 here, and then we have 3, 5 and 1 here. Okay, so this is nothing but my matrix, right? Okay, uh, m into n. Okay, so m is nothing but the number of rows we have, and n is nothing but the number of columns we have. Okay, so 3 into 3 matrix, right? This particular example number one, and an array queries of size k. So this is a queries array of size k. Okay, find an array answer of size k. Okay, so we have to find answer. Okay, so let's suppose this is answer array, and the answer array size is also the same as queries size. Okay, so here 3, so here 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this is nothing but my answer array, right, of k size k such that each integer queries of I you start in the top left cell of the matrix and repeat the following process. Okay, so we have to find the array answer of size k such that for each integer queries of I you start in the top left cell of the matrix. So we have to always start from here. Okay, this is nothing but top left cell of our matrix, right? And we have to repeat the following process. Okay, so if queries of I, okay, is strictly greater than the value of the current cell. Okay, so right now queries of I value is 5, and this 5 is strictly greater than this one, right? Okay, so if queries of I is strictly greater than the value of the current cell that you are in, then you get 1 point if it is your first time visiting this cell. So we are visiting this cell for very first time, so I'm going to get 1 point for this. Okay, and I'm going to mark this as visited. Okay, I have already visited. All right, and you can move to any adjacent cell in all 4 directions. Okay, so we can move up, down, left and right. Okay, so here from here I can move to this cell, I can move to this cell. Okay, and we can't move here, these are out of bound, right? Otherwise you don't get any point and you end this process. Okay, so if we can't if we are not able to move to any other particular cell, then we have to end the process, right? So okay, okay, and after the process answer of I is the maximum number of points you can get. Note that for each query you are allowed to visit the same cell multiple times, and we have to return the resulting array answer. Okay, so here let's do one thing. Okay, let's do one thing here. So instead of calculating for this 5 first, let's calculate for the minimum value that we have. Okay, so here what I'm saying, if minimum value can go here and here, then definitely the max value can move beyond this value, right? Beyond this value. Okay, because minimum value can only traverse less cells, but the max value can traverse more cells. Okay, so it's not right that first I check for the max and then again I visit all those stuff again and again. Okay, so what I will do here, okay, so here yeah, so here what you need to do, first sort this queries array. Okay, so here what I will do, this 2 is at index 2. Okay, so here I will just say this you can say this is my index. Okay, so and this is nothing but my value of queries of I. Okay, so 2 is at 2 index, then 5 is at 0 index. Okay, so based on index I have sorted my going to sort my array. Okay, and 6 is at my 1 index. Okay, so based on these values, based on these values, okay, I have sorted my array. Okay, so I have created what, I have created a 2D array. Okay, and in 2D array I have elements like this. Okay, 2, and 2 is at 2 index, 5 is at 0 index. Okay, and 6 is at 1 index. So this is nothing but my new sorted queries array in which I sort the values based on their these values. Okay, and here I have just mentioned the index as well. Okay, later on, because we need to return the answer of this first. Okay, for 0 I have to return answer add value here, for 1 I have to add value here, and for 2 I have to add value here. Okay, so here what I'm saying, let's say how, okay, let's say bus 1 there is one person. Okay, let's say you are that person. Okay, so let's say your name is uh, Alex. Okay, right, so you want to travel from 0 to 5 kilometer. Okay, and then bus 2. Okay, this is bus 2, and in this person, in this bus there is one more person, let's say Alice. Okay, and Alice wants to travel from 0 to 2 kilometer. Okay, so starting from 0 to 2. Okay, so now what you are going to do, there is one option like you are going to first move this bus. Okay, let's say you have just same bus. Okay, so first is that option, you have to go from 0 to 5 and drop Alex here, and then again you are going to come back, and again you have to start a new bus. Okay, and then you have to drop Alice here. Okay, there is one more way now, move here and drop Alice here first. Okay, add 2, and then again from here move further. Okay, let's say both are sitting in one bus only. Okay, so it's not like you are going to drop first Alex, so drop first Alice now, then drop Alex, this Alex at 5. Okay, so that is why I'm sorting this. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear why I'm sorting this. So it's not best, right, if I drop Alex first. Okay, that says both on the same bus, I'm dropping Alex first and then Alice. No, nah. So first let's drop Alice now. She has to drop at 2 kilometer only. Okay, starting from 0, then drop this. Okay, it's not like first drop this and then again come from here and again move here. Okay, that's not best way. Okay, so that's why I'm sorting it. Okay, now once I sorted this, now after that what we need to do. Okay, so now first let's calculate the answer for this 2. Okay, so for this 2, how you are going to calculate the answer, so you are going to start from top left cell only. Okay, so here mark it as visited, so count 1. Okay, count becomes 1 now here. Okay, you can do one more thing, create one, let's say this is nothing but your min heap. Okay, so in min heap I will add the values like first this particular cell. Okay, so I will add 1, and this is at 0 index and 0 row 0 column. Okay, so if I just give the indexing here 0 1 2 0 1 2. Okay, so here I'm adding a row, here I am adding column, and here I am adding the particular value. Okay, so in this min heap I have added this. Okay, and min heap is based on this first index. Okay, so this will come to top. Okay, now what I have to do, once I add this, okay, now I will pick the first query. Okay, so which is 2. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this element from top of my min heap. Okay, I pull this element and I see that this 2 is greater than 1. Okay, strictly greater than 1. That simply means that we can visit this cell. Okay, so I will add 1 here. Okay, and now after that I have to visit its neighbor. So we have two options. Okay, we can move to this and do this. Okay, so I have to add this now, 2 at 0 1. Okay, this is one option, and 2 value at 1 0. Okay, row column I'm adding. So these are the two options that we have. Okay, now next time again we have this 2 only, so I will check this 2 is greater, this 2 is greater than this 2. No, this 2 is greater than this 2. No, but we have to first check, okay, we have to check in the top one only na. So because this is min heap na, this is min heap, and in min heap the value which is smaller at this particular place, okay, at this particular index, it always comes to the top, right, minimum value. So if this is not matching, okay, if this value of queries of I, this 2 is not strictly greater than this 2, then we don't need to check further, right? So in that case we have to exit, and current value of visited is 1. Okay, so here I will add 1. Okay, so at 2 index we have to add 1. That's it. Now after that my queries of I value I will take as 5. Okay, then I will pop the here pull the topmost element. Okay, pop it. Okay, so here I pull it. So here let's say I visit this. Okay, so I am going to mark it as visited. So if I am marking this as visited, so my visited count will become 2 here. Okay, Now this is done. I am marking it as visited. So for this also add the neighbors. So for this you have 3 at 0 2 index, and you have this 5 at 1 1 index. Okay, done. So you have added these two. Okay, now after that this 2 you are going to poll. So this 2 you are going to poll, you are going to mark this as visited also, so your visited count will become 3. Okay, and for this also you have to add the neighbors. Okay, so here you have to add 3. Let's say here I'm adding 3 at 2 0. Okay, and then this 5. Okay, but you have already visited. Okay, so now you no, you are adding this 2 now. Okay, so for this 5 you have already visited now, so no need to add that again. Okay, so I will also check that condition if we haven't visited that particular cell. Okay, if we haven't visited, then only we are adding. So this is done. Okay, so this is done. Now again, now check for this 3. Okay, so this 3 you are going to check. So this 3. Okay, this 3, so just poll this topmost element. Okay, 3 you are going to poll. So for this you have to add neighbor this. So here you have to add 7 1 and 2. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so visited count will become 4. Then after that this 3. Okay, so here also you are writing 3 2 0 na? So you have to remove this. Okay, so mark this as visited, so this will become 5. And for this also there is one neighbor 5, so you have to add this as well. So here let's say you have added 5 at 2 comma 1. Okay, 5 2 comma 1 you have added. Okay, then in the top we have 5. Okay, and this 5 is not strictly greater than 5, so we have to come out of this. So what is the value here? 5. So 5 is at for this one, this is at 0 index, so at 0 index I have to write 5. Okay, so we have calculated this 5, we have calculated this one. Okay, very simple approach, right? Very basic thing I'm doing. I'm just using a priority queue min heap, right? Now after that we have to check for the 6. Okay, then again for 6. Okay, so see, this is for this is output for 1 for this 2. Okay, so this is output for this 2, this is output for 5. Then same way, now this is going to be output for my this 6. Okay, so again if you see at top we have what uh, we have this 511, so I'm going to remove that. Okay, so 511. Okay, so this is was the 5. So for this this we have already visited. Okay, this we have already visited, so we don't need to add anything, so I'm going to just remove it. Okay, so I'm going to mark it as visited count. I will make it 6 here. Okay, then after that this again one more 5, so add. So for this also I'm going to mark uh, it as visited. Okay, so I will add that. Okay, so same way I have to remove it. Okay, so I my visited count will become 6. Okay, then after that this one is there. Okay, so I have to mark it as visited and visited its neighbor. So this is already done, so we don't need to add anything. And same way we have to add this one as well here, right? And then poll it. So for this you will get the output as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so 8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so 8 is the output. Okay, so very simple approach, right? So now let's move to the coding part. Okay, it's very simple. All right, so few basic things that you should know before doing this. Okay, so now let me just maximize the screen. All right, so here first of all let's calculate the number of rows we have. So int row count, you can say r is equal to grid dot length. Okay, and column count you can take c. Okay, so here grid 0 dot length. Done. Okay, and then after that you have calculated row count and column count. Then create one variable, let's say answer. Okay, so int answer is equal to new int, and having same size as queries na. So here create one variable int queries length, you can take q is equal to queries dot length. Okay, and here you have to pass q. Done. Okay, so now this is done. Then you have to write the directions. Okay, so in how many directions you are moving. So here let's suppose how do you create the directions array. Okay, so you already know, I hope. So let's say you are here. So if you are moving to the right side, okay, so that simply means that your column value will be incremented na? So here 0 1. Okay, so this is 0 0 and this side is 0 1 na? Right, so this is nothing but 0 1. Same way, if you are moving up, then your I index will be decremented. Okay, so that simply means you have to write -1 comma 0. Okay, and if you are moving down, then your I index is incremented, so you have to write 1 0. Okay, And if you are moving to the left, then your this row will remain same only, but your column will be decremented. So you have to write 0 minus 1. Okay, so same, this is direction array that I'm going to write here. Okay, so here let's say int dir is equal to here just add the directions now. So here 0 comma 1. Okay, and then you have to write 1 comma 0. Then you have to write 0 comma minus 1. Okay, and then you can write this is done. Then you can write minus 1 comma 0, right? All other are done, right? So this is done. And here what I'm doing, so 0 1 simply means, here let me add the comment. Okay, so 0 1 is for right, okay, 1 0 is for down, and 0, okay, and minus 1 that simply means that we are moving to the left, and minus 1 comma 0 that simply means we are moving up. That's it. Okay, so we have added directions as well. Now we have to write the sorted queries as well. Okay, so here create one more 2D array, and let's name it as sq. Sq means sorted queries. Okay, so here new int. So in this sorted queries 2D array, right? So here length is nothing but the queries length, and here after that the number of indexes in one particular array is going to 2 only, right? We are storing the value and that particular index, right? So this is nothing but my sorted queries. Okay, now just iterate over all the values one by one. So here run one loop, int I is equal to 0, I is less than queries dot length. Okay, and here I plus plus, and now inside this you have to write sorted queries. Okay, so at this particular index, okay, at 0, okay, sorted queries I 0. So here you have to write queries of index value. Okay, so q of uh, queries of I value. Okay, you have to write here, and here sq sorted queries I at 1, you have to just write the particular index, okay, value and then index. Okay, done. So this is done. All right, so this is done. Then after that, okay, so now after that you have to sort the queries by value in ascending order, okay, increasing order. So for that you have to write arrays dot sort. Okay, and what we are sorting, we are sorting the sorted query array. Okay, so sq, and how we are sorting, so let's say we have two sorted we have two queries. Okay, so in sorted queries array a and b, so these are nothing but parameters. So I am sorting them based on their first value, which is nothing but the actual value of queries. Okay, so a of 0 minus b of 0. Okay, done. So this is done, we have sorted that. Okay, now we have to create the min heap, okay, priority queue to process the cells in increasing order of value. So for that, create priority queue. Okay, priority queue. Okay, and in the priority queue you have to pass what, you have to pass int array. Okay, and this array is going to have three values, right? So here let's name it as min heap. Okay, new priority queue. Okay, and here how you are going to do that, min heap. Okay, so here let's suppose two parameters a comma b. Okay, and then again you have to sort them based on their first index. Okay, at first 0 index what we have, okay, a 0 index, okay, b 0. All right, so two parameters, we are just comparing a 0 b 0, right? So we have two values, right? Let's suppose this is my min heap. In min heap we have values like this now. Okay, here 1 2 3. Okay, so based on this we are just comparing, right? We are just creating a min, right? So that's the reason. Okay, now create one visited array as well. So here boolean 2D array only. Okay, v, let's say v means visited. All right, and here new boolean. Okay, and here you have to pass row count and the column count. Okay, same, row count and column count. Okay, done. All right, so now after that, once this is done, okay, so now initially the total points. Okay, so int total points tp means total points, it's 0. Okay, now after that we have to start from the top left side always. So in the min heap just add what, So in the min heap you have to add one array, okay, new int, and in this array what are the things that we are going to pass? We are passing grid 0 0, okay, top left side we have to start now always, and this is done, and we have to pass the row and column now. So starting a rows 0 and column 0, okay, that is the top left cell, right? This is done. Okay, now let's make it as visited as well. Okay, so here visited this particular row call, okay, this particular cell, that simply means, so I'm going to mark it as true. Okay, this is done. Then after that we have to process the queries in sorted order. So for int, okay, inside this we have to process the queries. Okay, so let's say fun query from my sorted queries. Okay, so sorted queries we have to take. So now after that, first take the query value. Okay, so query value is at this particular query 0 at 0 index. Okay, so this is not about my query value. Then after that, query index. So query index is nothing but you can say at query of 1. Okay, so we have created this sorted query array, right? In this we are adding the value here, and we are adding the index here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so query value is query of 0 and query of index is query of 1. Okay, so this is done. Then after that we have to expand the cells that are smaller than the current query value. Okay, so here we have to run one while loop, while min heap. Okay, if while my main heap is not empty, okay, until then we have to do all this, and okay, and min heap dot peak. Okay, this value it should be greater than, okay, so you can say min heap dot peak value at 0, okay, at 0 index. Okay, so this value should be smaller than the query of 1, okay, the query value. Okay, so qv, right? So, because in the prompt statement it is given that query value it should be strictly greater than. Okay, so query value here, if you see query value, this it should be strictly greater than this value, right? So that's what I'm writing here. So if this is true, okay, if this is true, then in that case only we have to pull the topmost value from the min heap. Okay, so int, let's say create one variable top, and here you would write min heap dot poll. Okay, now this is done. Okay, so now again take the particular cell value. Okay, so cell value is equal to at top of 0. Okay, so in min heap we have passing three values now: cell value, current row, and current column. Okay, so current row take it as top of 1. Okay, and current column take it as top of 2. This is done. Okay, now after that increment the total points. Okay, total points plus plus. Then after that we have to explore all the 4 possible directions. Okay, so for int, okay, so here we have created one directions, right? So here int you can say int d in my directions. Okay, so these are the directions, right? So here int d in directions. Okay, so here what you have to check. Okay, so we have to check now whether my new row, new column is valid or not. Okay, so first new row. Okay, so new row, int new row, it is equal to current row plus d of 0. Okay, this is done, and my new call is equal to my current call plus d of this direction. Okay, so d of you can write 1, right? Okay, so here what I'm doing here, so let's see. So I am at 0 0. Okay, so if I want to move up, okay, up here, so I have to add -1 to this, so I will get nothing but -1, and I have to add 0 here, so I will get 0 only. Okay, so this is done. So here also if I want to move again one more up, so I have to add -1, okay, and 0 here, so I will get -2 comma 0. Okay, move up, then again -1 0 add, you have to add. Okay, so that's a simple meaning. Okay, so we have done these things in so many questions actually in LeetCode. Okay, so this is done. Now we have calculated new row and new column. Now we have to check if the new cell is within the bounds and not visited. Okay, only then we have to add that in my min heap. Okay, so here if new row, it should be greater than equal to 0, and my new call, okay, it should also be greater than equal to 0. Okay, and my new row, okay, it should be less than my row count. Okay, so r is nothing but my row count, and my new call, okay, it should be less than my call count. Okay, and I should not have visited this particular cell. Okay, so here where we have created this boolean visited. Okay, so not, okay, and here not visited. Okay, and inside this what we have to pass this particular new row and new column. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and now inside this what we have to do in the min heap, okay, we have to add again new int array. We have to add new int, and inside this what we have to pass, we have to pass this particular grid. Okay, from grid we have to take, right? So here I have to write grid, right? And inside this we have to pass a new row, new column. Okay, so here nr and new call nc. Okay, and here this is the one thing that we are going to pass, and then we are also going to pass the indexing as well. Okay, new row index and new call index. Okay, so this is done, and we have to also mark it as visited. Okay, visited of new row, new call, new row, new call. Okay, and I'm going to mark this as true. Okay, so this is done. So we have marked it as visited. Okay, and in the end here we have to store the result for this particular query. So here answer of the query index, okay, qi. All right, so it is equal to tp total points, right? So now in the end we have to just return the result. Okay, so return this particular answer. All right, so now let's do one thing. Let's run the code and see if there any code issue. We'll try to fix that. So yes, so here make it true. Okay, we missed t here. Let's run it again. Okay, so here new row, new column should be new row is less than new this rc, it's not new column, no, nc we have to write new column, it should be less than col. Okay, now let's run it again. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in a comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.